Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I am the captain.
Yes.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, you are.
I am the captain today. Well, welcome, everyone. Welcome back. Or if you're new, hello. This is the NgoVo Convo podcast. I'm Veronica. I'm joined by Harrison. He is that way.
I'm over her.
Somewhere that way. And we are both just here wanting an excuse to talk about anything that entertains us. And, we have this backlog that's going to be never ending after we speak about things here and there. Everywhere. But some would say it's two people. It's Harrison and I. Veronica and Harrison conversing.
Like NgoVo Convo, NgoVo Convo. Man, NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo spelled right above my head. Wow,
Wow, you're on the other end of the stick. It's been a while.
I need butter. Oh my God.
I think it's been a while. It's okay, because you can watch every episode on YouTube or listen to it as a podcast by searching NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. We're everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. Also, this video is sponsored by Olipop, but more on that later on. And in this episode, it's actually a reaction episode because the San Diego Comic-Con 2024, it's currently happening, but what we really care about just wrapped up. So, so if you know Harrison and I, we do like DCU, MCU stuff.
It's not DCU anymore, Veronica. You can't say that.
DC. I'm trying to trigger Harrison. I think it's working. No, but in all seriousness, if you actually went to the San Diego Comic-Con, it happens every year around this time. Things start dropping for like comic related items. And this one was a little bit unexpected, especially from us, because we just came back from Deadpool and Wolverine, and
we recorded yesterday morning.
Yeah, we recorded it yesterday. and I asked the question to Harrison, and I was like, Harrison, do you think this would revive your MCU take? And this man said no. And then there's some news that came out night of, and now we will be speaking about it.
Yeah. We'll give more detailed thoughts once we get to it, once we get through some of this stuff. But yeah.
So, we're not going to do non-spoilers. We're just going to really talk about it. So if you really don't know the item, you can pass it along. Skip over like a couple minutes. But we'll start with DC, because that's kind of
it's on the lighter side.
On the lighter side. So DC Studios has a new logo now. Mm-hmm. And, I think it's going back to the basics. It's very classic. Looks like a blue shield, basically, with DC in the middle.
It's the old one. It's it's my original DC logo. It's one I wasn't aware of before
just
New 52. So I think
the New 52.
2000, way back. But yeah, so James Gunn, he did like a 2-minute video. He wasn't there at San Diego Comic-Con because they're filming Superman. So he wasn't able to be there. But yeah, he did like a pre-recorded video kind of explaining that they're just going back to the basics with how he's like reviving his DC. Yeah. So that was basically it. I think that was cool. So DC actually went first in the afternoon. Their stuff was a little bit lighter. The other thing that debuted was Creature Commandos, the teaser trailer, and it's going to be on Max starting in December of this year. Mm-hmm. It looks pretty good. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It looks pretty interesting. Yeah, I watched the trailer. I was like, all right, cool.
And there's a lot of voice actors that will know and love.
I will consume whatever animated stuff they pump out, honestly.
Me too.
Like, I have... It's usually good enough for me. Like, it's honestly better than what live action has been producing, so...
No, I totally agree. But yeah, I'm excited. That looks actually really good. Mm-hmm. I too would consume anything animated from DC. It's good. There's a little bit, so I know Harrison's not caught up, but My Adventures of Superman season 3 is in production. There was like a presentation panel, but Superboy is set to appear in season 3. That was kind of the thing. So they kind of dropped, 3 scenes of him, like Superboy with the crew and everything. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. That's all they revealed. But I won't say too much because Harrison's not caught up on season 2 yet.
But non-spoilers, we don't care about. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it.
No worries.
But I already kind of heard a little bit about it, so I was like, all right, that's cool. I just need to keep watching because I just waited until it was done for me to binge, and I think they just kind of timed it well. They finished like right before Comic-Con. I was like, all right,
yeah,
nice.
They did. Superman and Lois from CW. It is their final season 4. So they were just kind of doing like a special video with a Q&A presentation. Season 4 will premiere with a 2-hour special.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be cool. And that's kind of just to wrap up Tyler's Superman. James Gunn didn't want any like interference with like,
who's who.
Obviously outside of Robert Pattinson's Batman, because that's in DC Elseworld. But that's kind of like something James Gunn approved of.
Yeah, we're just like in this like
DC's
always
been
in this weird. There's that. There's this. There's that. There's this. Batman's prime example of like we just have so many versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why
makes sense to clean up. Yeah.
But speaking of Robert Pattinson's Batman, the Batman 2 update from Matt Reeves is that they will be in production by next year. So it'll come out, I think October 6th, 2026 is the release date now.
That makes sense, because if they're starting next year, that makes sense.
Yeah. And so kind of like the in-between this Robert Pattinson's first Batman and the second Batman movie is TV show called Penguin with Colin Farrell. So that is actually coming out this year on Max as well. Think about October, November. So that's kind of like some in-between
It'll be interesting.
It will be interesting. It actually looks really good because I saw kind of like a clip from Colin that said that makeup took him 7 hours to like transform. So he does not look like the Colin that we all know. Which is
I remember watching one of the things where he actually had to get into
like
costume,
into makeup.
Yeah, into makeup, and I was like, dang, it's crazy.
Yes. And the final thing is our boy that said erect in a certain anime. You might know him. You might not know him. Anyway, Alex Vo is going to be voicing Batman.
Alex Lay?
Alex Levo?
Levo. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think so, yes. You're right.
He is a Vo. He's also a Lay.
No. Are you thinking of his Twitter tag or tag? Vo means voiceover. You know that, right?
Oh, I thought it was Vo as in his
Whenever
last name.
you see Vo for anyone, that's usually voiceover.
Oh, interesting. I never knew that.
Oh, yeah. I
never really pay attention to the tag.
Yeah.
Well, he is Vietnamese, so.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That is interesting. No, but yeah, he's Batman. He's voicing Batman.
Do you remember in was it like DC Heroes United? I think that's what it was.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's starting that. He also dropped that yesterday. Because he was at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. He actually said on Twitter he was a little scared because Batman is kind of like, well known, especially voicing Batman, right? So it's kind of scary to
even just
say that you're voicing Batman.
Yeah.
But I think the reception has been really, really good. Especially after Solo Leveling.
I was gonna say, I think after Solo Leveling, he got a lot of support. And,
most definitely.
Yeah. Everyone's like, you got deeper. You got a third puberty on this one.
Dude, but for real. But we're going to get into the juicy stuff, Marvel. But we're going to take a quick break to talk about our sponsor.
Oh.
This episode is sponsored by Olipop, the soda your gut will thank you for. Yes, I'm talking to you. All of you. All right. Have you ever missed that classic soda pop feeling? You know, the fizz, the flavor, but without the sugar crash. And the guilt trip. Yeah, me too. You too. Harrison too. All of us. That's why I'm introducing to you Olipop, the soda that's bursting with flavor and good for you too. I actually have my favorite one here, strawberry vanilla. But the other weird one that I enjoyed was banana cream. I know, it's weird, super weird, but this is my favorite. Number 1, because it only has 3 grams of sugar per can, plus it has 9 grams of prebiotic fiber. And you know what you need with fiber? To use the restroom. Hee. But yeah, that means that you're going to have a happy and healthy gut with every sip. And it looks like that they took everything we loved about classic soda and upgraded to a modern, healthy conscience person. Like you, like me, like Harrison. My co-partner. My co-host that's not here right now. So ditch the compromise and experience the soda revolution for yourself. Don't forget to use our promo code NgoVo15 NgoVo15 to get 15% off your first order on drinkolipop.com. Oh my god, and we're back.
Back.
Are you thirsty?
A little bit, actually. Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome. Stay hydrated.
Right no, but every time we talk about it, I get thirsty.
You're like, I am thirsty. But let's... Marvel. They took over Hall H, and a lot of stuff came out of this. A lot of stuff. So I'm just going to go down the list in the order that they kind of went, like, out. So they actually started out with Captain America: Brave New World. And yes. I know we have both said that we are not going to watch this movie. I think it's because
I'm watching it on Disney Plus. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, me too. But like, not
it's
going,
like I'm not gonna go out for I don't think I'm gonna go out for theaters on this one. But
yeah,
if it's on Disney Plus, I already paid for Disney Plus. I'm just gonna watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. We're both not going to go out of our way to go see Captain America: Brave New World. But they released a little bit of extended footage from what we know from the trailer. They are actually, since this movie had a lot of reshoots and like basically renaming this movie title like 8 times. I'm not even exaggerating.
No, and it's funny because it's like how much has gone into this. That's why I don't care as much.
Yeah,
I'll watch it at this point on Disney Plus, but I don't care enough to go to theaters at this point.
Yeah. So they just dropped like an extended scene. They kind of talked about like what everyone's part is. Kevin did say that this is going back to like hand-to-hand combat, like it's kind of going to go back to like Winter Soldier vibes.
That's what I want. That's all I want.
Yeah, that was the news. This is coming out into theaters next February 14th, 2025.
Wow, what a Valentine's Day.
I know.
What a
Valentine's Day gift.
What a date movie. What a movie date. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I mean, and the first movie for Marvel, the New Year. Harrison Ford looked super happy. The happiest he has ever been, I think. And I don't know if it's the Marvel money or if he's just not doing Star Wars anymore. So, but you know what? He's a happy man.
He just finished doing indie, and he doesn't have to do Star Wars. So
I think he's happy.
Yeah, it's great.
Next up is Thunderbolts.
That's so. The only reason why I was gonna be the only reason why I'm more interested in Brave New World now is because I'm really interested in Thunderbolts, and I have a feeling it's a tie. They're gonna lead into
tie it in.
They have to, right? They have to. So
yeah, this movie's coming out May 5th, 2025. So it's going to follow up
Yes.
after Captain America Brave New World.
Yeah.
But they showed a little clip, like some footage. And it looks pretty good. People were enjoying Sebastian Stan yet again.
Classic.
As
Easy.
always. Same with Florence, David.
Same.
David actually came out in his
suit,
costume.
or in the yeah. He actually came out in the whole suit, and I'm like, dang.
And it was really funny because I think he like emailed or texted them. He was like, "Come in your suit, everyone." But no one did. He was the only one.
Of course.
Yeah. So that is going to be fun. I think it'll be fun. I think reception was really good on Thunderbolts, actually.
Yeah, I heard good reception from it too. The reactions have been good, so I'm ready. I think I've been ready to watch Thunderbolts for a while, so we'll see. Can't say much.
It'll be interesting. We'll see. I am excited. I was excited for it when it, was talked about like a while ago.
Because in the movie, though, really quick, it's going to be, like you said, Winter Soldier, Ghost is the one from Ant-Man, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then Yelena. Okay. Trying to
I
think.
forgot.
US
John
agent.
Walker.
U.S. agent, yeah.
John Walker.
That's what it was. And then,
Yeah.
And then.
And you know what Wyatt Russell said, who is John Walker? He was like, "You all will love me in this movie."
That's a statement.
I know. I was like, really now? Am I really gonna love you? Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Some Fantastic Four news.
Fantastic. Amazing.
Flame on. Just kidding.
Chill.
No, I can't. They actually renamed it a little bit. They just added some words, but it's now going to be Fantastic Four First Steps. It will be in theaters July 25th, 2025. Competes with Superman in the same month.
In the same month, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, I remember.
So Superman comes out 2 weeks before this one.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it was really funny because originally I think they both were supposed to come out on this date, but Marvel got this date first.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So they did do show a little footage, but I think it was kind of like the test footage, like just to test everyone's like chemistry, because they start production like in a week or two.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
This will not be an origin, so we are going to just see them with their powers working together, like they know, like off the bat. Yeah. Also set in the 60s.
I was gonna say that was interesting because it's retro future.
Yeah, it's kind of a retro
it's like
future.
Jetson style, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably dating.
It's fine. I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the 60s will be interesting. I didn't expect that. I don't remember hearing them say it was going to be in the 60s. So
they didn't drop like where it was going to be, but yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Pedro said that when he put on the suit, he was like, I feel it. I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready to go.
I'm actually pretty.
Are you excited? Do you like
I'm more
Pedro?
excited.
As
I don't mind. I think I've seen people like kind of be like, it's kind of a weird choice. Again, we're gonna talk about this.
That's true.
We are gonna talk about this in a bit. It's just a matter of like, I think we're just at this point where it's kind of more the actor first, character second.
Yeah.
I think we're at this point now.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I think again, I'm always okay with waiting to see, because it's always the Heath Ledger effect.
It really is.
I always wait to see to see, and that's what I'm saying now. Is like, if it's someone new like this, right? We'll just see, because everyone's always like, oh, they should have got this person. They should have got this person, like the older ones, and I'm like,
yeah.
One, either they probably don't want to do it, or two, and they probably did, or two, different direction. I don't know.
scheduling, like stuff
There's
happens.
all these things that
contracts.
happen, right?
Yeah.
There's so much in play to where I think it's okay. I think Pedro's fine. I think the whole cast actually looks okay.
No, I think Vanessa is going to be great. She's a great actress.
I agree.
And Joseph is also great.
Van Forstick was the one where I kind of felt kind of iffy on that.
Yeah.
But no, even though
I think it'll be good.
This is fine. I think I'm ready. I'm ready to see this.
Yeah, apparently Pedro and Vanessa have great chemistry.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I am ready. And I think
they brought up the car too, right?
Yeah, they brought up the car. Yeah, like it was like flying.
Yeah.
Like out. It was really cool.
I saw that on Twitter. I was like, dude, that's cool.
Yeah. And I think they're waiting to get everyone's schedule aligned, so that's why they're doing production a little bit later. Mm-hmm. Pedro had Gladiators 2.
Yep.
It's like, coming out. And then Joseph had A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place. Yes.
Yeah, that just came out, and I think he just finished the PR run for that. So, yeah, it'll be good. But they start production soon.
Can't wait.
Now, to the juicy stuff.
We'll jump to that. We'll jump to the one after first, though. The announcements that led to this. Are you? Well, which one are you going? Okay, I'll let you know what you're driving.
I was gonna go with the directors first.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So, I don't know if you all know the Russo brothers.
No, not at all.
They directed.
Not like I talk about 2018, 2019.
I know. Not like we all have to hear about it for the last couple of years. But they directed, Avengers Endgame, Infinity Wars.
Civil War.
Well, Civil War. Just a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they're back to direct the next 2 Avengers movies.
In case of emergency. I think that that's the one thing I will agree. So? I agree that this is one part of the in case of emergencies, break this. And I'm like, okay.
Oh my god. But yeah, so Joe and Anthony are back. The Russo brothers are back. They have named and left dates for when the next 2 movies come out. Avengers Doomsday is coming out May 2026. Avengers Secret Wars coming out May 2027. And now to loop in what I wanted to say beforehand, let me just go back to Doomsday. That was renamed. It was Avengers Kang Dynasty, but we all know what happened to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, who is Dr. Doom? They did a whole thing on stage. They brought out like 30 people or so on stage, masked. And it's Robert Downey Jr. He is Dr. Doom. He is it.
Honestly, like my gut reaction off the bat when you had said that, I was like, oh my god, this makes I'm like, okay, cool. This makes sense with what they have to do.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
You've slept on it because I told
on
you.
Yes.
How do you feel about it now?
I think we're just in that situation where I've seen a lot. I've been reading a lot of I've just been seeing a lot of reactions to this, and what I'm seeing, at least on my stuff, it's like a lot more negative, and that they're like, oh, why are we doing RDJ? And I will disregard it initially as just a gut reaction of all I see is Iron Man. I'm like, okay, cool, that doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. He's dead.
He's dead. Cool, whatever. We've gotten variants, and then there's speaking of variants, then some people are like, oh, it's kind of a cheap cop out if it's a variant. I wish we would take time to actually get a legit Doomsday, like Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm.
My thoughts on that right now are, dude, we've had 4 years to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
I don't think they fumbled it so many times, and y'all kept complaining about, we need RDJ back. Or there's a
no, there was a handful
of people that kept every time we see comments, it's like, we need RDJ back, and then always say, no, that doesn't work. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work. He's dead. Leave him dead, or leave Iron Man dead, right?
Yes, leave Iron Man dead.
Now it's like, okay, they brought RDJ back. I think it's kind of in what we have in scope. We've always dealt with they do with what they have.
Mm-hmm.
I think people, it's been, like I said, it's been 4 years. I think people forgot how much we've gotten burned on certain things. Like, I was ready for Civil War to be a freaking huge thing.
Yeah.
Airport fight. I remember, like, getting, like, a huge, but then we get, like, Spider-Man, for instance, right? And it's like, oh, it's huge. You get all these different you got all 3 Spider-Man, blah, blah. And then there's like, what could be next? Multiverse of Madness could be insane. Oh no.
No, it wasn't.
So it's like, I'm been burned enough at this point that I think I'm happy with what they're doing. They have to me, it's like, yeah, you could probably take time to figure out
but we don't have time.
I think their timetable at this point, they don't have time. They fumbled it so hard for like the past 2 phases. Yeah. Phase 4 was pretty bad, like pretty mid in my opinion. Actually, I think it's universally mid.
No,
Deadpool said it best. If you haven't seen Deadpool, he's right.
Deadpool and Friends. Go watch it. No, but here's the thing. Kang, Jonathan Majors, like, it was a big thing when they announced it, right?
Mm-hmm. I was hyped for it.
I was hyped for it too. We were hyped for it. I think we spoke about it in past episodes. But here's the issue that I had. If Jonathan Majors did not do what he did, but he did, so he got fired, I think it would have... Here's the complicated part. They made the mistake of making Jonathan Majors Kang variants. Like, Jonathan Majors, like, the Kang, like, for everything.
Okay, I get what you're
like, that was, like, their mistake. Like, they could have used different actors, like, to be different Kangs and stuff, but instead, they just kind of multiplied Jonathan and just said, like, oh, he's, like...
Oh, I see. You know? Like, they put... Okay.
They put his face everywhere.
The situation was unfortunate, yes.
Yes.
Could they have recast it? Maybe. But it was kind of... I get what you...
And that's what a lot, you know, and that's what a lot of people wanted, was a recast. Which I understand, because when you're so far into the phase with, you know, Kang, like, what can you do? But Loki season 2 closed that up.
Yeah.
It technically closed Kang up. And I think that's where RDJ can step in.
And I think they just had to pull in someone. I don't think, I personally, like, yes, we have 2 years, but that's also, you have to spend time finding the cast. You have to spend time, like,
yeah.
Because I see a lot of people, and I agree with this point, though. If they got a Romanian,
yeah.
Character, like, actor, because, and this is a whole nother, like, thing of, like, wanting to get super down to the nitty gritty. Like, I think it's important because that's his whole shtick. Like, that's how much Doom cares about. Like, if you hear his backstory and everything, it makes sense, right?
Yeah. But also, they could, like, Robert Downey Jr. could just be a variant, which is some people that they're speculating. So they could, like, cast
I think actual... I actually think that's the case, though.
Doctor Doom. Yeah. No,
like,
me too.
We've been playing variants. I think this is going to just close out the whole, like, multiverse variant thing. Like, we'll still have it, I'm sure. But it won't be the focal point. That's been the issue for the last 2 phases. It was the focal point of, hey, here's a multiverse of things.
Yes.
It's probably because we're buying all these properties and we're getting all these things in, and we had to explain ourselves for like 2 years. Now looking back, I'm sure that's what it was.
And you know who we have to thank this for? The Messiah.
Marvel Jesus.
The Marvel Jesus.
MJ,
Deadpool.
Seriously, go watch it. It's so good. Yes. I think I understand the backlash on this, and
I do too.
I think it's a vocal minority, but it's not unwarranted. Normally, it's always like, I think compared to those that say, bring back RDJ for like the sake of like bringing back Marvel, like, oh, it needs to revitalize Marvel. I don't think that's the right move either. I understand why people don't like this, but I think we also have to understand how much time we have wasted. Yes, we have time.
Which is a lot.
We have time to figure this out. I agree.
Yeah.
but we've wasted 4 years of my time like caring about anything that
Yeah.
came out of this. Like I do not like looking back now.
We didn't really talk about it that much this past year.
Again. We've talked about MCU stuff starting phase 4 with this podcast. WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision.
And everything in between has been kind of like okay. It never captured what we started it because we liked what was going on, and we started kind of like at like the starting point, and we didn't realize it was a low point.
As Deadpool would say.
It was.
It's a low point. It's a low point, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty excited. We have not been acting like this for MCU in a
I
very
haven't
long
watched
time.
like the last 3 things at all. Like I did not care about Marvels. I got the gist of it. I didn't watch Secret Invasion.
I didn't watch that.
Didn't watch She-Hulk. I didn't watch a lot of like MCU stuff because I just don't think I don't know where it was going. And it was funny. I was watching a couple of TikToks, and someone was like, and I sent it to the group on one of them. The dude was like, dude, I thought I knew what the direction was going, but now I don't know. I was like, dude, I'm proud of you for knowing what was going on. I did not know what they were trying to do here.
Yeah.
The idea of the multiverse and like Secret Wars and like Kang Dynasty, sure. But everything in between does not point to that. You cannot tell me everything in between from phase 4 to 5 now has been a straight line of yes, we have direction.
It's been split everywhere.
It's been split. Sorry. It's been a multiverse effect, like literally. And it's like, what do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, and the interesting part is Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four will be featured in Avengers. So that's why all their movies are coming out first.
Yes. But isn't that crazy? That's how it used to be.
That's how it used to be, yeah.
You know what's also funny? Did they announce shows?
They did. I don't have.
I think they did, but it wasn't like showcased the way that
it
we're
was just
seeing
showcased.
it, right?
I know Agatha starts this fall,
right?
Like September.
Hold on, I had another timeline. Give me a second. Because yes, they showed Agatha. They talked about
They talked about Blade, and that's coming out in 2025, November 2025. I think
they mentioned like Shang-Chi too, right?
But the date is to be determined.
There's a lot of to be determined stuff. Like there's a Wakanda film. There's a
Ironheart is still on the list.
Ironheart's still on the like. It's all to be determined because I think they're literally trying to fix.
They want to fix this.
They've been trying to course correct for like the past few years now. So anyone that's upset by it, I understand, right? But we're at the point now. I'm like, we know that they're messing up, and you have to understand that. Having that, I think this is like what they're in case of emergencies, break this.
I honestly think it was in case of emergencies because I know the Russo brothers were so adamant during COVID. They were like, no, like Endgame was like our last, MCU thing. They've been saying that since COVID.
And now it's not.
And it's not.
Now it's not. And we're like, I think it's also like once you're like, for those that are just super into Marvel and not anything else, I just want to give like the example of like there's other properties that actually people have a lot of hobbies, and I think you get used to the idea of like eventually things grow, and eventually it's gonna repeat. It's gonna have to.
Yeah.
I don't think it should, but this is how corporations do it. Let's
be real. Well. I'm excited. This has made me. And you know what? Oh wait, go ahead.
Oh no! Finish.
I was gonna say.
We're talking about the same thing.
I don't think it was fatigue, superhero fatigue. I think it was just bad writing.
No. And I agree because I think after watching Deadpool, I do not believe. I think it's just how the writing and the direction, right, for everything has been. I just never cared. Deadpool was just a nice, refreshing movie to watch for MCU.
Yes.
I am excited for new stuff in the sense of maybe now that they finally maybe have a direction for this, maybe they can clean up the stuff in between now. Phase 4, phase 5, or phase 4, whatever phase we're in now, it's kind of like, eh.
Yeah. On my Twitter, it's really funny because people are like, oh, Kevin's scared of James Gunn because like DC starts like mid-year next year, like a year from now, and so Kevin's like, let me fix this ASAP.
Gunn left to like fix the other one, and
Yeah,
it's like, oh no. Oh man. But to answer your question at the very beginning when we were talking about Deadpool, even like how I had to, when I said at the time, I'm like, do you think there would be hype? At the time I didn't think so, because nothing in the future, like none of the future stuff felt like, one, they didn't have anything to point to, like Endgame or Infinity War.
Yeah.
And Deadpool itself, I don't think would revitalize MCU. I think it just like kickstarted our interest again.
Yeah.
But I think the new stuff now is like, okay, now we can actually do like a anchor point. Anchor point, and it's like Deadpool is that moment of like, okay, maybe it can trend up again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah. I'm excited again. I
I'm
think
ready
that at base,
ready.
I'm excited again. I'm like, it's been a long time.
I think when I last checked, it's been like a good year since our last like MCU movie review.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because you at times Veronica's like, do we watch this? I just be like, nah.
Yeah, I was just like, do we watch this? Do we review this? Harrison's like, nah.
Deadpool was honestly the first thing in a year
Yeah.
where we're like, yes, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I
think Guardians of the Galaxy was the last.
Oh no, it was.
Thing.
Yes.
But that was like.
Has it been a year? Oh
it's
my god.
been a year.
Oh god.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while.
I mean, that makes sense because Gunn has been working on DC.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, 2023. In May. Oh yeah, it's been a year. It's been a year.
Hush. No, but this really broke the internet last night. Like, really broke the internet. Robert Downey Jr. broke the internet. The Russo brothers broke the internet. I must say, poor DC though. They lightly dropped stuff, which were great stuff.
Again, I don't think they have enough to drop yet, so
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
fine, right? I don't think they should. Just
I think next summer they will have more. Summer they will have more.
Yeah.
No, but it was really funny because then like Marvel took like the last slot of the day. Like they took the biggest haul. It was great. It was a very MCU of them.
Yep, it is. It is.
But yeah, I don't have anything else. That was just a lot of
I just wanted to talk to you about Marvel stuff because we haven't done this in so long. It's been great.
What do you mean? But I think it's great. I think we're both excited about this again.
Yes.
And maybe finally we'll figure out why Thor was crying. And that's all I will say. Who knows? I'm just going to close this out now with that. Thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on all of our socials at NgoVo Convo, NgoVo Convo. If you're on YouTube, comment down below if you're excited about Robert Downey Jr.
Or if you're not, just honestly, it's okay if you're not.
Yes,
I will say
very
it
much.
is okay. I understand why. I
Yeah.
definitely understand because Von Doom is huge. I get it. But this is also MCU, so
Yeah, no, really.
my expectations are so low.
Truly. But yeah, comment down below. Like this video. Subscribe. Smash it. We'll talk to you next time. Maybe MCU stuff. Who knows? Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.